Are you ready? Because we're going 5 pounds down every 4 weeks in 2022, and today I've got a great low impact cardio toning workout with your lightest dumbbells. Grab those and let's go. All right, beautiful bees, get your dumbbells completely out of the way and let's get moving and grooving. That means that we're getting started with some arm circles with high knees. You guys, welcome to the workout. I'm Paula B. I'm your best middle-aged fitness friend. And around here, we are all about making peace with your menopausal body by finding a healthy weight and moving in ways that feel like self-love. And do you know what feels like self-love? You guys, it's losing weight with the 5-0 method, where every single day we do 5 things that make you say, oh, I had no idea it could be this easy to lose weight over 50. My friends, we eat the right number of calories every single day, and it's probably not less than you were eating before. We drink the right amount of water, which is half your body weight in pounds, in fluid ounces of water. We also get the right amount of sleep every single night by going to bed at the same time every night, getting up at the same time every morning, and not worrying too much about how much in between that was actual sleep. My friends, we do arm crossers with booty kickers, which is not one of them. Well, I mean, technically speaking, if you're doing my workout every day, it actually is something that we do every day. It's just not part of the 5-0 method. Every single day we do a moderate workout like this one, which is not necessarily more work than you were doing before. And the most important thing of all, oh my gosh, we manage our minds by finding our thoughts and deciding if they're helpful. And today's helpful thought is the one that I told myself when I designed this workout. I know how to do this. I know how to do this. My friends, it's a helpful thought for you if that thought creates a good feeling, some kind of maybe relief or confidence or not dread. Let's go ahead and do some welcome to my homes. Not that I was dreading today's workout. I want you to know there's a lot. It's gonna teach you a lot about where your moderate is, because we're gonna tiptoe right up to it. Yes, we are, my friends. There's a lot of exercises. It's a no repeat workout, which is like my favorite thing in the entire world. And it's relatively short intervals, which means that we're moving very quickly from one thing to the other. But thank goodness, I've got 20 seconds on the handy dandy gym bus, by the way. But thank goodness, some of these intervals are rest. We're gonna do a pair of exercises and then we're going to rest before we move on to the next pair. And there is no repeating. So if you don't like one of the exercises, can't do it, it feels weird, it's just wrong, don't do it. and or live through it because it's only 20 seconds long, and just tell yourself, I know how to do this. In fact, let's go ahead and get started with some big arm side shuffles. Let me go ahead and get my timer going. Big arm side shuffles are where we're swooping from side to side. So this one used to be much more of a jumping exercise like a long time ago, and now it's a very gentle swish from side to side while we make a nice big arm circle right in front of us. When it beeps again, we're doing low swinging tappers, which is actually kind of similar to the foot movement. We're going to tap from side to side while our hands are swinging low. Now, when it beeps again, we do get 20 seconds of rest to kind of recoup from this. Here at the beginning, I do tell you this a lot when we work with our lightest dumbbells. Don't let the rest fool you. I promise this cardio work with light dumbbells in your hands is going to bring your heart rate up. So here's 20 seconds of rest. My feet are still gonna do tappers. Okay, but now we don't have to do those 2 exercises ever again today. When it beeps again, we're gonna do diving airplanes. Hands gonna be out to the side. We're swooshing from side to side. Actually, we're just tipping from side to side while one foot kicks up behind us, paired with reach across. So we're gonna start off with our hands out to the side, tipping from side to side, like a diving airplane. While we're doing basically a booty kicker behind us. When it beeps again, we're gonna switch from having our hands out to these sides to reaching across in front of our body. And it's exactly what it sounds like. You're just going to literally reach across in front of your body. So reach across, and you can tap that foot out beside you if you'd like to. You can make this workout work for you by doing as much or as little as you like, because you, my friend, you know how to do this. Here's what I was telling myself when I was designing this workout, because I will tell you, with a no repeat workout, there's almost every, here's 20 seconds of rest. There's almost every single exercise that I have ever done ever in this workout. And so my writing on this whiteboard is like teeny tiny. So I'm gonna tell you right now, coming up next, we're doing forward hinge arm flappers paired with papa squats. The likelihood of me getting lost at some point in time on this workout, here we go with forward hinge arm flappers, is pretty high. It really is, and I understand that, and I want to model for you, I always want to model for you the behavior that no matter how much you mess up, you're not actually messing up. Unless you are injuring yourself, there is nothing you can do with your workout that's actually like wrong. Here we go with Papa squats. It's a little squat, and then hands go up, little squat, hands go up. Now I will tell you, there's also, not that you're doing it wrong and not that you're going to get injured, but there is also definitely a point at which this workout might become slightly more than moderate. This is the thing about having lots of different exercises. Here's 20 seconds of rest. Lots of different exercises, moving quickly between them, like dumbbells in our hands, doing the cardio work. Yes, you know how to do this, and I want you to remind yourself that you know what your moderate is. I know how to do this moderately. When it beeps again, we're doing can-cans paired with upside down jacks. So a can-can, it's a knee and a kick. So it's a knee and a kick on one side and a knee and a kick on the other. Nice and gentle. I'm intentionally moving at what I think is going to be a moderate pace for me the entire time. We'll see. Sometimes I start off thinking, oh, this is pretty gentle, and then I'm halfway in it and I'm like, that wasn't gentle enough. Upside down jacks, where we're really throwing ourselves off balance here. Hands start in the up position. We take a big step out to one side and then step out to the other side. Hands are doing a jumping jack motion, even though, thank goodness, even with a whiteboard full of exercises today, these are all low impact and absolutely no transitions to the ground. Here's 20 seconds of rest. Yes, you see why I built in the rest. We've got lots of hands up. Today, every time your hands are up, your heart rate comes up. When it beeps again, we're doing triceps curl downs, which is literally you just curl your tricep down while we're tapping out that same side, paired with twisting high knees. Again, almost exactly what it sounds like. And I thought about that a lot while I was doing this, because as I reached deep into my bag of tricks today to come up with almost every single exercise we've ever done ever, I was reminding myself, okay, do I know how to do this? Yes, I know how to do this. Twisting high knees is coming up next. So bringing up one high knee at a time and twisting your body, at the top of it into that high knee. Hands are just right here at like your chest level, wherever feels comfortable for you. This is really the point of I know how to do this. I wanted to remind you and offer you, here's 20 seconds of rest. I wanted to offer you a really nice phrase that you can tell yourself when a workout does feel like it's a little bit beyond you. By the way, when it beeps again, we're doing starburst. That's where we get little and we get big, and we're pairing that with booty kicker elbow swings. When I'm doing an exercise, so here we go with starburst, get little, get big, get little, get big. When I'm doing something at a pace that allegedly feels moderate for me, I mean, not that I'm lying, it's always moderate for me in the moment. Sometimes I regret it later. Sometimes I'm like, oh, that wasn't quite as moderate as maybe I could have been. Here we go with booty kicker elbow swings. But it's always moderate in the moment. But I have received comments on Facebook and here on YouTube that sometimes I'm moving a little bit too fast for you. And I want to remind you, just again, make the workout work for you, my friend. This is where I am with my fitness. Here's 20 seconds of rest. I never expect you to be where I am. You know how to do this. You know how to do these exercises. You know how to do them in a way that works for you, for your personal fitness. When it beeps again, by the way, we're doing butter churns, which is hands going up and down directly in front of us while one foot kicks out at a time, paired with push. So butter churns right now. I'm going to very subtly work my way over to the side a little bit here so that I'm ready for push. Push is just exactly what it sounds like. We're pushing to the side and pushing to the side 2 times in one direction and then 2 times coming back. I very intentionally chose exercises push and push. I chose the exercises that are the slightly easier versions if there's more than one version, because sometimes we do a push crunch where we swoop over the top and we have an oblique crunch with it. I very intentionally chose just the push because it feels a little bit kinder, a little bit gentler, and 20 seconds of rest. And when in doubt,
I didn't want to give my brain so much to do, so much to think about, that I wouldn't know how to do this. Every single one of these exercises, I'm reminding myself, I know how to do this. Coming up next, we're doing tree jacks. Going to start with your hands up overhead. Hands are doing jumping jacks, as they do for lots of these exercises. Your lower body is just making a little tree pose down here. Sometimes I call these pretzel jacks. I need to decide. In fact, I will. Let me just decide right now. I'm going to call these tree jacks from now on. I called them pretzel jacks for a while and then realized that it was literally the exact same thing when it beeps again. By the way, we're doing walking stars. Step forward with your hand going up, forward, forward, back, and back. Pick an apple and put it in your pocket. We're changing leader feet and leader hands, therefore, each and every time. Don't worry if you're not, because my friends, you know how to do this. You know what you do? You move your body. You move your hands, you move your feet. You're doing something that feels more or less like exercise, and then we take 20 seconds of rest. You know exactly how to do that. And you know how to do it in a way where you're not going to get overexerted. You're going to stay nice and moderate. You're not going to get injured. It's going to work perfectly towards your weight loss and fitness goals. When it beeps again. Wide open side kicks. Elbows up high at shoulder height. Hands opening wide while we kick one foot out to the side and then the other. Really, technically, it's a wide open side raise. We're not really trying to kick, not trying to get a lot of power here. Totally okay that you're lifting your foot 1 inch off the ground or nice and wide, whatever feels best to you when it beeps. Again, we're doing skiers, hands going up and down in front of you while feet are shuffling back and forth underneath you. Sometimes I do this where I'm doing crossbody. Sometimes I'm doing this where it's the same side. Doesn't matter because we're only doing this once today. And I know how to do this. I'm moving my hands, I'm moving my feet. I got this exactly right. My friends, 20 seconds of rest. I have to tell you that this is truly one of my favorite helpful thoughts when it beeps again. We're doing shooting stars, which means that we're going to tip to one side while kicking the other foot out the other way, paired with middle skips. So that's like an elbow and a knee coming up at the same time. So I have noticed when I am journaling, here we go with shooting stars, one of the unhelpful thoughts that comes up for me, I'm gonna say nearly constantly, almost every single day in some way, my brain offers me that I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna get there. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. When it beeps again, by the way, we're doing middle skips. I don't know is such a common thought for me that now when I hear it, I will pull apart the thing that I think I don't know how to do. For example, the other day I was asking myself about, I'm writing a book right now, just in case you didn't know that. I was trying to figure out how to put something together. 20 seconds of rest for this one particular chapter, and my brain just kept saying, I don't know how I'm gonna say this, I don't know how I'm gonna put this down, I don't know how I'm gonna tell a story about this, I don't know how to get this out. By the way, when it beeps again, we're doing toy soldiers. Hands are gonna be up overhead for that one. Take it at a pace that feels particularly moderate for you. Toy soldiers, reaching your opposite hand towards your opposite kicking foot, paired with swooshing skiers. That's the one where we make the infinity sign in front of us while we are standing on 1 foot at a time, kind of swooshing from side to side. One of my favorite newer exercises. So my brain kept offering me, I don't know how I'm going to do this, I don't know what's going to happen, I don't know how this is all going to fit together. And so I reminded myself that I know how to do this. And what this was I know how to write. I know how to tell a story. I know how to put sentences together. I know how to structure an outline. I know how to do a lot of the little parts of what my brain was offering me. I don't know how to do this whole thing. Well, yeah, the whole thing, I don't, 20 seconds of rest. I don't know how to write an entire book because I have not finished my book yet, but I do know how to write one sentence at a time. And that's all I got to do right now. My friends, you know how to do this, whatever this is. Okay, when it beeps again. Chicken wing side kicks. So excited about this one. Elbows flapping like chicken wings. Well, we've got, again, that side raise, side kick, side whatever feels good. Your foot's moving, your hands are moving. You're doing perfectly at this one. Paired with front push, heel digs. So hands are gonna push towards the front while one heel digs in at a time. So we're pushing both hands and 1 foot forward like this. Oh, that transitioned really nicely. I know how to do this. And if it didn't transition really nicely, if you're still trying to figure out this front push heel dig, my friends, you're doing this exactly the way you're supposed to be doing this right now, because I know how to do this. You know how to do this. You know how to move your hands, how to move your feet, how to keep it moderate. Okay, 20 seconds of rest. This is why I worked in so much rest. I had a feeling it was gonna feel like this. Okay, swimming frogs and dancing frogs. You guys, I'm so excited about this pair of exercises. Swimming frogs, gonna have your hands or your elbows even really out wide. Hands start up. We come out to the side. Boom, there's that knee. When it beeps again, we're doing a little Michigan J frog, dancing frog. One foot is kicking forward while your other hand is it going up in the air? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be able to do it, but I don't know. Here we go. There it is, the other hand is going up. I was like, I'm pulling off my top hat. Okay, here's my mnemonic device. We don't do dancing frogs very often. I knew how to do this. I knew my body would know what to do, but my mouth didn't. So here is my new mnemonic device. While you're kicking one foot, the opposite hand is taking off your top hat, just like Michigan J frog. I feel so much better now that I know that. I know how to do this. Here's our 20 seconds of rest. Okay, coming up next, we're doing windmill tap backs. Do you notice that this doesn't feel very moderate anymore? If you need to drop your weights, my friends. This is still cardio, I promise. We're getting plenty of work done. Hands are out nice and wide, feet are out nice and wide. Windmill tap backs paired with ding dogs. This is ding dogs, yes, there's my dog right there, but ding dongs. This is a nice big wide exercise, getting lots of lateral motion from side to side. Really thinking about opening up those hips, really making them nice and strong. Here we go with ding dongs. I'm gonna scoot sideways a little bit so I don't accidentally kick Blossom, who has decided that she would like to sit right next to me while I'm working out. And that's just totally fine, Blossom, thank you. She's got the 20 seconds of rest. She's modeling that one for us. Blossom is actually really good. 20 seconds of rest. Blossom is actually really good at moderating her workouts. I tell you what, she's 14 and a half. Now let me tell you first up. Punch, punch, kick is next. We're gonna punch, we're gonna kick, paired with bug slappers. We're gonna start with our feet together and our hands out. As we step out, we're reaching down as though we're slapping a bug off of our shin. So here we go with punch, punch, and kick. Blossom used to go for a rather significantly longer walk. Like when she was a puppy, she's a terrier, you know? So when she was a puppy, she used to go for runs with me. She could do a couple of miles really easily, used to love to run. And then we would probably sometimes still go for a walk even. She had so much energy. Here we go with bug slappers, so feet together. As you step out, you step not into your dogs. I'm gonna scoot to the side just a little bit here. Hands stay right about there at shoulder height. That's how you're noticing that your heart rate is coming up on this one. As you step out, really working those hips. This is all about those glutes, even though it's all about your heart and lungs, my friends. 20 seconds of rest here. But so we used to be able to run, used to go for walks. Our walk was about a mile, maybe a little bit longer. She makes it around the block now. She has let us know over time that this is what she wants to do. Coming up next, we're doing upside down V's. So we're starting with our hands and our feet out one side. We're coming up in the middle and then coming down on the other side. So you're literally making an upside down V while you step out and don't step on your dog. So for you at home, this looks a little bit different because I'm a little bit sideways, paired with day breaks, hands swaying up overhead as though we are listening to Barry Manilow singing Daybreak. Basically, this is a low swinging tapper with a high swing. And I totally could have called them high swinging tappers, but this hand motion, no matter how many years it's been, will always remind me of being a child in the backseat of my Aunt Marty's teeny tiny car. She was a huge Barry Manilow fan, and so we used to sing along with Daybreak and Can't Smile Without You and Weekend in New England and all those good songs. Okay, here's our 20 seconds of rest. When it beeps again. Half jacks paired with front punch side kick. I'm really gonna have to think about this. I know how to do this, but I'm gonna have to think about it. Here's our half jacks. Half of a jumping jack at a time. Right half, left half. Oh, and I actually said that correctly. I don't usually. Front punch, side kick is exactly what it sounds like. Again, we're doing that side leg raise thing. Whatever type of side raise, side kick works for you. I am gonna go on the same side of my body. I'm gonna scoot forward so I don't kick Blossom. Hi, getting closer with every punch, every raise. Doesn't matter if you're going across your body, same side of your body, anything that you are doing where your hands are moving, your feet are moving, you know how to do this. You totally know how to do this. When it beeps again, we're getting 20 seconds of rest. Whew, remember when I told you this was gonna be really close to not moderate? Keep monitoring where your heart rate is, where your effort is. And my friends, we're practically done. Coming up next, we're doing disco dancers. It's basically a shooting star with your foot still on the ground, but you get your little disco fingers going on, paired with, are you ready for this one? Of course you are. Here's our disco dancers, paired with Ringy bird jacks. No, this is not a built-in finisher, but it almost might as well be. I saved it for last. And I'm really curious. Okay, here's the thing. When you are done with this, I feel like this was almost every exercise. It was lots of them. So here we go with Drinky bird jacks. Hands are doing jumping jacks, lower body doing Drinky birds, which is a single leg deadlift. I feel like I hit almost every single exercise that we have almost ever done ever. I mean, this was, what would that be? 36 exercises? Super fun. That's almost my entire catalog. Here's 20 seconds of rest, because of course we're done. We're not quite finished. I am actually going to put my dumbbells down. I'm going to walk around my dog. Don't mind me. But we're doing some balance to finish this off. I'm going to stand on my left leg first. We're doing crane kicks. You're literally going to kick like a crane. You're going to bring your knee up. We're going to stand up nice and straight and tall. And all you're going to do is straighten your knee and then pull it in. My friends, first of all, unclench your toes. Bring the balance work all the way up. If you need to hang on to something, hang on to something. I mean, this is not a test. You know how to do this. This is something that we are doing as practice, and just as a fun little bonus, this is really good knee strengthening work. This is actually a little bit of physical therapy for your knees. We're really thinking about, first of all, pulling the work all the way up into your abs, into your core. Core is pulled in nice and tight. Your glutes are hanging on to your balance right here. And then we're using our quadriceps right in the fronts of our thighs to straighten out that knee and strengthen that leg. Okay. Whew. How about that? You knew exactly how to do that. You knew every single exercise. You modified when you need to. We're cooling it down now. You know how to do this. You know how to do this whole thing. You know how to do the whole weight loss thing. And if you need to break it down into one workout at a time, one exercise at a time, one calorie at a time, one night of sleep at a time, one glass of water at a time, you know how to drink water. You know how to pick up a fork. You know how to put on your pajamas and go to bed. You know how to do this. You guys, this was fun, right? This was sweaty, right? This was moderate, right? Let me just tell you really quickly while we're cooling down. This is sometimes how we figure out what moderate is, by going a little tiny bit over. Like that little bit where you're like, okay, I was totally fine while I was doing it. And also, now I know, next time around, next week, when I do this again, when I come back around to these, I'm gonna go a little bit slower. I'm gonna go a little bit lighter on the weights. I'm gonna open it up nice and big. Oh my gosh, and then I'm gonna give myself a big hug and a pat on your sweaty back. Oh my goodness. You know how to do this, and boy, are you good at it too. How about that for a helpful thought? I know how to do this, and I'm good at it? Yes, please, Miss Paula. You guys, thank you so much for working out with me today. I had a super fun time with you, as I always do. And make sure that you subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.